have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, we knew this offense came into this one wanting to establish the run on their first 3 plays of the game in their own end. Run, but they don't pick up the first down. Now it'll be interesting to see if they can...
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff from the gun. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads, they move the chains. Le'Veon Bell, among many, who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pulled back a couple of years ago, such a great season, too. But just that's their physicality. That's the brand that they've had. That's what their coaches embrace. You know, not being the quote-unquote main team in their state, but they're going to hit you in the face, and they're going to play physical.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Lost a throw on first down. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. It's complete to the right. Oh, he got loose. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The Spartans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan State.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Nebraska's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You got to worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
In the backfield again to make the stop. They keep giving him the ball and keep getting nothing for it. To throw, it's Mendoza. Good timing on the quick out. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds a tight end. At the 35, he's open. They'll move the chains after he gets into the 43-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Peppers. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Spins away from the defender. Pass to Sticks still on his feet. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Huskers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Got his man. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to...
Touchdown, Nebraska! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Going to try to get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Husker! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And they 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Let's talk a bit about Michigan State. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? A lot of times because their teams are doing well and competing with you. But let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle it?
Hits the afterburners. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quickly to the tight end. At the 20, he's got space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Might be looking to run. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Firing to the right, complete. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll run for it. Oh, what a caught. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Pulls it in, it's Peppers. Open space at the 25. Turning on the Jets. Past the 30, the 20. The inside, touchdown, Cornhusker. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air on 1st down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. The chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got a man, it's Collier. Turning it on. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Collier. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Bettis. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Spartans headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Bettis. He make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. With the catch, it's Akbar. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the catch. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. Lets it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. No surprise. Looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Spartans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Mendoza. Fires fires to the tight end. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Rushes on him. Hauls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Spartans in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. Got his man on the right. Oh, out of space. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down 1st and goal. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. A first down run on the doorstep. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans! If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Memphis. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Mendoza. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. On the ground, it's Bettis. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Collier. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Spartans will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He'll pull it on the read. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now they regain the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Mendoza. Fires to the big fella. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Huskers are facing 3rd and inches. He'll sneak it. Past the 1st down marker and still running.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that 1st drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got to feel...
Touchdown, Michigan State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. It's a fumble on the... Oh, he's got some space. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls back.
They're going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Huskers will hustle to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll hop in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The give on the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle, it's Collier. Gashing the knee on the right. Touchdown, Sparty. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Cornhuskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the middle. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Spartans. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Push down for the tackle. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Back to throw. It's Mendoza. He wants a big play here late. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Off play action. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Peppers. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Huskers moving quickly to the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's caught. Perhaps a touchdown, saving tackle at the 17. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Snap it to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man on the right. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll try to power their way ahead. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there.